When I am directing a performance, the most time-intensive part of the process is choosing the performance. Yet, just like everything else in 2020, picking out Clue was an exception. I was planning on directing a totally different performance, one that involved some singing. And as you all know, singing was banned from performances this year, so I had to explore other options. Before I had a chance to restart my search, up popped an email from Dramatic Publishing about this play called Clue, a high school edition on stage with live streaming availability. I was only familiar with Clue as a fun murder mystery game with colorful characters and little weapons, the favorite Hasbro game my sisters and I played when we were younger. After I first read through this script, I knew in an instant that this was it. Fast-paced, funny, and witty. It is filled with larger-than-life characters, just like my real-life theater students. How fun. And when I shared this with Caleb Reach, my most awesome assistant director, he too was elated. I knew this was it. The perfect show for a not-so-perfect time. After doing a little research about Clue, I discovered that it was a movie in 1985 based on a popular Hasbro board game which was developed around 1950, during the time of McCarthyism and the Red Scare. This was a time when accusing people of crimes and spying was a common occurrence. As you watch this play, listen for these historical references, such as the Red Scare, communism, and various other political references of the 1950s. Above all, it is my wish that you and your family enjoy viewing this quirky and entertaining murder mystery presented by our amazingly talented and absolutely wonderful Sheyenne High School students. Thank you for live streaming with us. Your presence will certainly be missed.
This show is hopefully going to provide audience members with a lot of laughs and a plot that is simultaneously energetic and a little mysterious.
Look forward to a very funny and fast-paced show that's gonna like keep you on your feet and keep you guessing.
Audiences watching Clue should be expecting to marvel at the amazing talents of all of the cast and crew.
When watching Clue, audiences should pay attention to the little details that make the show super funny.
Clue is a show that'll keep you on your toes. It'll keep you guessing on who the murderer is.
The audience should expect to laugh hysterically about a show that centers around a morbid topic.
expect to laugh a lot from all of the really fun ad-libbing, characterization, stage chemistry, and character connections that we're able to make during the show through the cast. You can expect a really funny storyline that will keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
Audiences should expect to see a group of quirky characters that are sure to make anyone smile, whether you're 5 or 50. There are so many moments in this show, I think, that will just take away from what's happening in the world right now with all of the craziness, and it'll just allow audiences to kind of forget about all the chaos and just sit back and enjoy this iconic group of characters that, you know, audiences know and love, whether it's from the movie, the show, or the board game. It's just something for all ages to enjoy.
McCarthy's shrieking denunciations and fear-mongering have created a climate of fear and suspicion across the country.
Any man named by either a senator of committee or congressman is dangerous to the welfare of this nation.
President Eisenhower refuses to engage directly with McCarthy. In a letter to his brother, however, Eisenhower explains that for McCarthy, only a short-sighted or completely inexperienced individual would urge the use of the office of the presidency to give an opponent the publicity
so many
he so
better
avidly
ways to
desires.
die. Please, turn off that noise. Right. Is everything ready?
Oui.
Good. Cook.
You called, sir.
Everything on schedule.
Dinner will be served at 7:30. Sharp.
Right on time. You have your instructions. Let the game begin. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm not sure if I'm in the
Yes, indeed. You are expected, Colonel.
Well, how do you know who
It is Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
No, that's not my name.
Right. May I take your coat?
I suppose. What was that?
Not to worry, Colonel. It's just the maid in the hall with the champagne cork.
Champagne.
Don't mind if I do.
This way, monsieur.
Are you expecting someone else?
Indeed. We'll be right with you. Do come in, madam. You were expected.
Do you know who I am?
Only that would be known as Mrs. White.
Yes, it said so in my letter. But why?
May I introduce you, Mrs. White? This is the maid, Yvette. I see you two know each other.
Champagne.
I think not.
Please, come in and make yourself comfortable. I'll be right with you.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone.
Behold, said the Lord, I am bringing the flood of water to destroy all flesh. Bonjour, madame. Please come in from surveying. Speaking of flesh.
Miss Peacock, I presume.
Who? Oh, yes, that's me.
Cook, will you please take Miss Peacock's coat? I see you two know each other as well.
Don't be ridiculous. I've never seen this woman before in my life. Champagne. My lips belong to the Lord.
Right. Please come in and warm yourself.
Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, for your hospitality. And there's a couple of Benjamins hidden under the caramels for you, butler.
How sticky.
Well, I expect to be treated like the wife of a...
Hold that thought.
Who are you?
Welcome to the party.
This is turning out to be quite the crowd.
That's true. Is this the right address to meet a Mr. Body?
Sit! Oh. No, not you, sir.
Oh, sorry. This letter has me awfully anxious.
Oh, of course. You must be Mr. Green.
Oh, yes. That's exactly who I am.
Welcome, sir. Pardon me, sir.
Thank you.
Please arrive at 7:30 sharp on Saturday evening. Well, here I am.
Professor Plum.
Sure.
Well, well, well. And I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlet, I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
We weren't. The bridge is washed out from the rain. My car broke down, and this professor offered to give me a ride, and I didn't realize we were headed to the same place until we arrived.
How was your drive?
It's
A long haul.
Indeed, it is a long haul. But then again, it is a very large house. Right, this way, please.
Say, what is this godforsaken place anyway?
Oh, this old place. This is Baltimore Manor.
Oh, jeez.
Cook, dinner.
Directly.
My, this really is a party.
Well, greetings all. It's a pleasure for you all to see me. Cocktail hour.
Oh, I didn't realize there were going to be so many of you
Right,
here.
good then, you're all here. Colonel Mustard, Mrs. White, Miss Peacock, Mr. Green, Professor Plum, and Miss Scarlet. Greetings, I'm Wadsworth, the butler.
How do you do?
Tonight, as you may have surmised, nobody is being addressed by their real name, a courtesy your host has provided to ensure your privacy. I suggest you follow his lead and refrain from revealing too much about yourselves this evening. You never know when.
Jeez.
Dinner?
Mr. Wadsworth, you were saying you never know when what?
What? Right,
Oh, you're
right,
so
this
funny.
way, please.
That was more like cocktail minute.
We really aren't keep her waiting. Cook can get quite cranky. To the dining room, right this way.
Wow,
I like the craftsmanship.
You will find your names by your places. Please be seated.
Oh,
Mr. Green, I believe.
right over here.
Slid right in.
Excuse me? You're in my seat.
I apologize. That's...
Oh, my pants are drenched.
This place at the head of the table, is that for you?
Indeed, no, sir. I'm merely a humble butler.
Well, what exactly do you do?
I bottle, sir.
Dinner is served. All right then, what's all this about, Butler? This dinner party?
Ours not a reason why, ours but to do and die.
Die?
Oh, merely quoting, sir, from Alfred Lord Tennyson.
I prefer Kipling myself. Do you like Kipling, Miss Scarlet?
Sure, I'll eat anything.
But this place, is this where our host sits?
All in good time, sir.
What is that smell? It's something familiar. Shark fin soup. Oh, my favorite.
I know.
Bon appetit. All right then, I guess I'll break the ice. I mean, I'll be the one to get the ball rolling. I mean, I'm used to being a hostess. It's an integral part of my life as the wife of... I forgot, we're not supposed to say who we really are. But oh well, I mean, I have no idea what we're doing here, but I am very intrigued. And oh my, this soup is delicious, isn't it?
Well, I know who you are.
You do?
I work in Washington, too.
Washington? So you're a politician's wife, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes, I am.
Who's your husband? Maybe I know him.
Mrs. White, you've been awfully quiet. What does your husband do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, he just lies around on his back all day.
Well, how lazy.
Not necessarily.
Oh, jeez, I am so sorry, Miss Scarlet. Are you all
That'll
right?
be $5.
I'm sorry, what?
Mr. Green, what do you do in Washington?
I'd better not say. I prefer to follow the rules.
Well, if I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going, then we'd just be sitting here in an embarrassed silence.
Are you afraid of silence, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes. No, why?
You seem to suffer from what we like to call pressure of speech.
That ain't real.
Is that an official diagnosis?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
In psychological medicine, yes.
Do you practice?
Not anymore. I currently work for the government.
Another politician?
Not exactly. I do research for you-know-who.
Well, you-know-who?
That's right.
What?
I work for a branch of the United Nations organization, the World Health Organization.
Ah, you know who.
You know who knows all about you know what.
What?
You are a real colonel, aren't you?
I am, sir.
Aren't you going to mention the coincidence that you also live in Washington, D.C., Colonel?
How did you know that?
I've seen you before.
So, Miss Scarlet, does this mean you live in Washington as well?
I do everything in Washington, Mr. Green.
Does anyone here not live in Washington?
Oh, then this is about the Red Scare.
I'm not a communist! I'm a Republican.
We've had enough of this. Where's our host and why have we been brought here?
Ah, speak of the devil, pardon me, please.
I swear I'm not a communist. Promise.
I have an idea.
Welcome, sir. All the guests have arrived as expected. Perfect. May I take your bag?
I'll keep it to myself.
All right, then. We'll meet you in the study as planned.
Sounds like they're walking.
Hi, Wadsworth. For goodness sake, who is at the door? I demand to know what's going on.
Oh my, you all look parched. May I interest you in fruit or dessert?
No.
In that case, may I suggest we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy, at which point I believe your newly arrived host will reveal his intentions, your letters will be explained, and the game will be afoot.
My husband
What a terrible person. Tell me, Maureen, why don't you just get better at games? I help. It's kind of hard when you constantly play for you. Wow, what a nice study.
Coffee? Brandy?
Thank you, Yvette. That will be all.
Oui?
Well, where's our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What is happening?
Cigarette? It'll calm your nerves.
No, thank you.
For Wadsworth open after dinner. It's for you.
Right then, are you all comfortable?
I make a good living.
Oh, Outfit Wadsworth.
Ladies and gentlemen, my task this evening is clear.
I'm glad something is.
It seems the six of you have all received the same letter.
You mean
This one?
It will be to your advantage to be present on this date because a certain Mr. Body will bring an end to a long-standing, confidential, and painfully financial liability. As it turns out, you all have one thing in common.
That browbeater McCarthy. We're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. For some considerable time, you all have been paying more than you can afford to someone who threatens to expose you.
Oh, please. What's someone going to blackmail me for? I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? Until tonight, you haven't known who was blackmailing you, but now I presume the more deductive among you have reasoned that, of course, it is Mr. Body himself, and the less discerning members of our cadre are experiencing that particular revelation right about...
It's Mr. Body?
My task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, rendering you all culpable in each other's indiscretions.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm afraid I have no choice. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
This ought to be good.
It says here you were once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in helping pathologically lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
So your work has not changed. But you can't practice medicine anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Why? What did he do?
You know how male doctors aren't supposed to date their lady patients?
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Oh, how awful. You know, someday there's going to be a reckoning for men like you.
I hope so.
You're disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Miss Peacock?
Well,
How, then, do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
my husband is a paid consultant. There is nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared, perhaps, but if you slip cash under the stall and in all Ebbett's grill, how would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
When were you in that men's room?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you've been paying blackmail for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers. Seems a little sticky, no?
See here.
Well, I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed.
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right. Except I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
And what did you do?
I run a top secret agency for classified affairs.
Which branch?
Legislative. There are 535 members of Congress having classified affairs.
Is that how you knew Colonel Mustard works in Washington? Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlett.
Well, you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Ha! So it is true.
A double negative.
Double negative, you mean you have photographs?
That sounds like a confession to me. In fact, the double negative has led to a proof positive. I'm afraid you've given yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
Oh, you don't need any help from me, sir.
That's right.
Colonel, it looks like you hold a sensitive security post in the Pentagon. Those negatives would most certainly compromise your position.
And what position exactly were you caught in, Colonel?
This is an outrage.
Oh, don't worry, Colonel. Your secret's safe with me.
Mrs. White, you've been paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Oh, I get it. Lays on his back all day. Cute.
Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmailer?
Well, I don't want another scandal, do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating public confrontation. He was deranged and a lunatic. Well, he didn't seem to like me that much. He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he had threatened in public to kill her.
It was all over the papers.
And yet he was the one who died. Not you, Mrs. White. Not you.
He was found dead at home, unclothed. His head had been cut off, and so had his, But it wasn't me. I'd been out all evening, at the movies.
What was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
A likely story.
Aha, but he was your second husband. Your first also disappeared.
Well, that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
Well, he wasn't a very good illusionist.
Oh. And lastly, Mr. Green, who is a...
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're going to say about me, but it doesn't make me a criminal.
And what's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
I beg your pardon?
You asked, who is a homosexual? And I said, not me.
Yes, thank you, Colonel. You're correct, Mr. Green. Your crime is not your sexuality, it's your politics.
My politics? Since when is working for the Republican Party a crime?
You swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but neglected to vote for Eisenhower in the last election. Now, that's grounds for an ousting if there ever was one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has a price, Mr. Green.
All right, you've spilled our beans, Butler. So now what?
Where is this Mr. Body?
And what does he want from us?
Well, who cares? I'm not waiting to find out. I've done nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Miss Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator from Tennessee. You cannot tell me what to do. Locked?
That's right. All the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce your host for this evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
Good evening.
You
I
think
like confrontation.
Mrs. White in the study with her niece.
Thank you. I've studied martial arts.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more piece of information you all may like to have.
What?
The police are coming in less than an hour.
What do you
Please,
mean?
Unless what?
You agree to double down.
And why would we agree to that?
Because if you don't, I'll put this briefcase, which contains all the evidence needed to expose your wrongdoings, in the hands of the police and the press. I believe some of you will face a lifetime of prison. Others, a lifetime of shame.
You swine.
Unless what? There is something you could do for me. Something I can't bear to do myself.
What?
What?
Have a seat, please.
All right. Get that. Wow. This is a very comfortable couch, Colonel.
Really?
Get
What gentleman?
What's this about, sir? Okay.
In this bag, there are 6 gifts I thought you might find useful this evening.
I do enjoy receiving presents from strange men.
Only you would.
Mustard,
There's no shame in that.
Here you
Yes,
go.
there is. It's sinful.
Professor
I can tell you
Plum,
about sins.
I hope they're worth our time.
Mr. Green,
They're gifts, of course they're worth
Miss Peacock,
What is this?
Saving the best for last.
White,
Don't flatter yourself.
Wow. Wonder what it is.
Scarlet.
Wonder what this could be.
A candlestick. What's this for?
A wrench. A lead pipe.
A dagger?
A revolver.
Nope. It's a rope.
Oh.
In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon. You all came tonight because you believed the evidence against you was so terrible, you would do almost anything to keep it a secret. I'm putting that theory to the test.
You are?
Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep them quiet.
What do you mean?
Oh, I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth?
That's a lie.
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but he's really conniving and manipulative.
False!
Why do you think he's called the police?
You were the one who called the police.
Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or expose you to the police.
Get rid of.
You mean kill him?
If you can, eliminate Wadsworth,
Yes, I think that's what he means.
who not only knows all of your secrets, but also mine. I'll fight it in my heart to eliminate your blackmail altogether and be done with this terrible business once and for all.
But why make us do it, Buddy? Why don't you do your dirty work yourself?
Why should I? When the 6 of you are so uniquely motivated and armed.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar. I'm one of you. I'm not a butler. I'm an indentured servant.
Don't make a scene, Wadsworth! It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, now is your chance. In order for you to end your blackmail and avoid finding yourself on the front of the pages, for one of you to kill Wadsworth. Now.
It's Mr. Body.
Oh, thank God.
Is he breathing?
Stand back. I'm a doctor. Yes. He's dead.
Who had the gun?
I did.
You shot him!
I didn't.
Well, you had the gun. If you didn't, then who did?
Somebody took it from my hands when the lights went off, and the next thing I knew, there was a shot.
There's no gunshot wound.
He's right. There isn't.
Look, there's a bullet hole lodged in here.
Eagle Eye, Miss Scarlet. Well, if the bullet's over there, then how did he die over here?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert.
Something else must have killed him.
One of us must have killed him.
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, I didn't do it.
Maybe Mr. Body was poisoned. By the brandy.
Oh no. Settle down, Mr. Peacock. It's all right. Settle down. It's okay. Just relax. Just relax, Mr. Peacock. It's all right. Take a seat.
What are you doing?
See? You're fine. You're fine. Just a couple deep breaths, you know?
No, I'm not okay. No, please. No.
Well, somebody had to stop her screaming.
Was the brandy poisoned?
How should I know?
Looks like now we'll never know.
Unless she dies too.
The screams are coming from the billiard room.
Oh no.
This way. Right this way.
Who's screaming?
They're quite loud, whoever they are.
Who's that? I hope they're all right.
Oh my.
Oh no.
This is a long haul. It's locked. Who's in there? Who's screaming? Yvette? Yvette, are you alright?
No!
Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive, you idiot! No thanks to you, Wadsworth. You've locked us up in this house with a murderer.
So the murderer is here.
Where?
Where? There, you're looking at him. Or her.
What took you so long?
I am an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It is amazing that I'm anywhere. I heard you on the study. One of you is the killer.
How could you hear us in the study?
I was listening. I have tape recorders connected to the billiard room. Monsieur Body asked me to record your conversation.
But why would he ask you to do that?
For more evidence, of course. When Wadsworth revealed your secrets in the study, they were all recorded.
What a snake. I've got to destroy them. Where are the tapes?
The tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body's body!
But Yvette, why were you screaming in there all by yourself?
I was frightened. I also drank the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too.
Don't worry. I'll protect you. I'm a doctor.
Oh. But one of you is the killer. Monsieur Body's dead.
And we have to figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean, which one of them?
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, one of you did. I would have killed him myself, but I didn't have access to a weapon.
Don't look at me. All I had was a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Well, who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
The cook!
Oh no.
Where's the kitchen?
We have to
Probably
find
in
that
the
cook.
kitchen.
Trying to get it. Cook.
As far as I can tell, it's not
Where is she? We have to find that cook.
It's the cook.
With a dagger in her back!
Somebody must have killed her.
I didn't do it.
That makes two.
To what?
Murder.
I hate murders!
I think you'd better explain yourself, Wadsworth. Me? Why me? Who else would want to kill the cook? Oh.
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I were the killer, I'd kill you next. I said if. There's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White.
I admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmailer. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours.
5.
5?
Yes, just the 5. Husbands should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, if it wasn't you, then who had the dagger?
It was Mrs. Peacock.
Yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study. Any one of us could have picked it up.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
I know. It must have been Mr. Green.
Where is Mr. Green? Can somebody please help me up?
Oh, come here. Get him up. Hurry up, Kit. Thank Lord. Right. And gentlemen, might I suggest we take the cook's body to the study?
Why is that?
Well, for starters, if the police arrive and find this, we'll all be in custody and under suspicion for murder.
Murder?
And secondly, I'm the butler. I'd like to keep the kitchen tidy.
Oh, yes,
right, thank you.
Well, it's a fairly nice kitchen.
Get her on that
I would
early
want to
thing.
keep it tidy, too. All right.
We're gonna have to mop up
Mustard,
again.
is it? Right. It's all milk. Right.
This looks disgusting.
All right.
Ew.
Great job.
You boys make a mess, you clean. Well, the soup wasn't even that good, so. So it justifies killing
I never liked her anyway, so.
Disposable.
The body's gone.
What are you staring at? Who's there?
There's nobody.
What do you mean?
Nobody. Nobody. Mr. Body's body, it's gone.
What?
Maybe he wasn't really dead.
But he was.
Well, we should have made sure, don't you think?
I get it. I failed.
So was he dead or wasn't he?
Maybe he was dead, but somebody moved him.
Who would move him?
And why?
How should I know?
Well, if he's not here, then where is he?
Oh my. All this excitement. If you'll excuse me, is there a little girl's room?
Oui, madame.
Oh, no, I just want to powder my nose.
There's a toilet in the billiards room.
Thank you.
Right, I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we do currently have the small issue of 2 dead bodies, one missing and one present, in the imminent arrival of the police.
The bridge is washed out from the rain. That should buy us some extra time.
Right.
But I don't want extra time. I want the police to arrive. I'm trapped up in this house as a murderer.
But once the police arrive, the rest of us are doomed.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking that there's nobody else in this house?
No.
Then there is somebody else.
No.
No?
Sorry, I said no meaning yes.
No meaning yes.
Yes.
Look, I want a straight answer.
Well, don't look at me.
Just, is there somebody else in this house? Yes or no?
No.
No, there is or no, there isn't.
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion about whether or not we're the only people in this house.
There isn't.
There isn't any confusion or there isn't anybody else.
Either. Both.
Just give me a clear answer.
Certainly. What was the question again?
Is there anybody else in this house?
No.
That's what he says. But does he know?
Look, we've got the missing dead body of Mr. Body, a cook with a dagger in her back, and all of these easily accessible weapons. The rope, the candlestick, the wrench, the dagger, the revolver, and... where's the lead pipe?
Oh, he's so bloody.
He's dead.
That's what you said last time.
I believe in second chances.
Mr. Body? Dead? Again?
Again?
Somebody catch her.
I'll catch you. Fall into my arms. Sorry.
Where did this happen, Mrs. Peacock?
In the bathroom. I walked in and he was there. At first, I thought he was attacking me, but then I realized he'd been left propped up on the doorframe, dead, just waiting to fall on somebody.
Who would do such a thing?
I don't know.
Jeez. Takes a lot of guts to kill somebody twice.
I agree with that statement.
Right. We need to find out who did it, where, and with what.
Seems like it was probably the lead pipe.
10 points to Professor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing, Wadsworth?
This isn't a game!
You! The lead pipe belonged to you!
But I dropped it while we were running to the kitchen.
But people don't just drop murder weapons!
I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So anyone could have picked it up?
Yes, but who did? Who picked up the lead pipe? Who picked up the lead pipe and brutally murdered Mr. Body, leaving him dead and bloodied on the bathroom floor? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it?
Butler! While you're over there losing your marbles, I'm over here trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence.
Body's briefcase is locked.
Well, there must be a key.
The key? Right. Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to check Mr. Body's pockets for the key to this briefcase containing all the evidence to all of our crimes so that we may destroy said evidence once and for all?
Oh, all right.
Goody. Right.
Where'd you get those?
I don't like germs.
Or fingerprints?
No, mostly it's really the germs.
Those look a bit small for you, Mr. Green.
My hands are a little big.
Yeah.
Never touched a dead body before, I see.
Well, it's not working out for you.
Well, there's no key in his pocket.
Now we'll never be able to open the briefcase.
Colonel Mustard? Hand me your wrench.
Right.
It's empty!
Empty? Then where's all the evidence?
I told you Body was a liar.
We have to find that evidence.
And destroy it.
Then we can put all this behind us.
And move forward with our miserable lives.
Come on, dude.
Evidence against us aside, first things first, we're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
And the police are on their way.
Let's move them on the couch so they look less dead.
Ladies first. Good idea. All right.
But careful, don't get blood on the sofa.
How are we going to do this? The dagger will go further into her back.
Tip her forward.
Sideways, over the arm.
Now body's body.
I am not helping with him here.
Gentlemen, you don't have to be so careful with him.
I agree.
I shouldn't have.
Oh, Lord.
You're doing a great job.
Lift with your legs.
Let's get him up.
All right, get him up here.
There we go. Okay.
Very nice.
Perfect. What now?
Now it's time to do
Achille is
something
dead.
about all of these murder weapons and the homicidal maniac on the loose.
Tonight here, we'll put the weapons in a broom closet and lock the door.
Oh, great idea, Wadsworth.
Gather them up.
All right.
You're lucky we got along.
Right. Back in here.
Colonel, how's your night so far?
Well, at least I'm not an
You got this.
Everything. I mean, it's like
So strong. He doesn't look very alive.
Alive enough for me.
You
Oh,
are
so where do you cut?
Oh,
there.
here we go.
Locked.
What are you going to do with the key, Wadsworth?
I'll put it in my pocket.
That's a good
What
idea.
if you're the murderer?
Well, I'm not.
But what if you are?
Good question. I have an idea. We'll throw it outside.
Oh, great idea.
You are strong.
Here we go. Outside. You know, it may be rainy, but it is a fairly nice night all in all.
Let's put you on the point.
All right.
Oh, yes, go on.
Let's go.
Go left.
How do you do?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb the whole household, but my car broke down back there and I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Right. Just a moment, please. Right. Would you care to come in?
Thank you. Well, where is it?
What? The body?
The phone.
What body?
There's no body. There's no body in the study. That phone's been disconnected, but I believe there's one in the lounge. Right. Now, our task is twofold. One, find the evidence. Two, find the murderer.
But how?
I suggest we handle this in proper military fashion. We'll split up and search the house.
Split up?
Yes, that way none of us will be alone.
But whichever one of us is paired with the killer might get killed.
Then we will find out who the murderer is.
But the other half of the pair will be dead.
This is war, Peacock. Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an egg without cannot make an omelet without breaking eggs. Any cook will tell you that.
But look what happened to the cook.
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
None.
I suppose you're right.
All right, troops, divide and conquer. I'll split us into pairs. Eeny, meeny, miny.
No. Miss White, you come with me. Professor Plum, you with Miss Peacock. Mr. Green, you go with Yvette. And Miss Scarlet, you're with Eeny Meeny.
But what if someone doesn't come back?
We'll remember you fondly. Right, let's go.
All right.
Your not as big as Wadsworth's.
What a nice house you have here. You take great care of it. Oh, just checking.
Every single all right?
Yep, 2 corpses. Everything's fine.
Oh, good.
Good. Did you even hear me? There are 2 corpses in there. Nothing's fine. Oh, I hate searching this house.
Go on. I'll be right behind you.
That's why I'm nervous.
But why? It's just us. We're alone.
That's just it, Mrs. White. No man in his right mind would ever be alone with you.
Fine. You go in there and I'll go in here.
Right.
Are you going in?
Yes. Are you?
Yes.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 3.
Nothing in that room.
Nothing in there, neither.
Well, how am I supposed to find anything if I don't even know what I'm looking for?
Civilized societies perpetually menaced with disintegration through man's primary hostility towards one another.
Your fancy words don't intimidate me, Professor.
I take no credit, Mrs. Peacock. Freud, I think he's onto something.
Now is not the time for academic pursuits.
Huh. Aren't these the cigarettes Miss Scarlet smokes? Well, I think we found the most compelling thing we could possibly find here. Let's go.
I'm a little nervous. I'm in this big house, and I've been locked in the lounge. And the funny thing is, there's a whole group of people here having some sort of party. And I think one of them is my customer. Yeah, my regular Tuesday night passenger.
This is the last room left to search in this beastly mansion, and we still haven't found the evidence.
I think this time has been productive, nevertheless.
Aren't you a Pollyanna?
You're a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlet. I've really enjoyed our time together. I hope after this expedition ends, we can all remain friends. I mean, really, murders aside, this has been a great group of people all in all. I guess I would like to hear Miss White explain when and how she lost her veil in the billiard room, but...
You found White's veil in the billiard room? Odd. And I found Professor Plum's stupid tobacco pipe abandoned in the hallway. Huh. Seems a little suspicious if you ask me.
Don't get covered! Murder! Murder!
There is no murder, Colonel Smarty Pants. It's just a passage.
Classic misunderstanding.
A secret passage, come on!
Ladies first, Miss Scarlet.
How heroic.
Where are we?
How should I know? The lights are off.
Well, turn them on.
I would if I could see anything.
Oh, here, maybe this will help.
The lounge. Of course, we forgot to look in the lounge.
Quite an oversight considering the dead motorist in the chair.
Dead motorist?
Let us in! Let us in! Let us out!
Let us out!
We cut as the door is locked.
You had the key, Wadsworth. You locked the motorist in here.
That's right, I do. Not that one. I don't, it's gone.
Gone? I have an idea.
There's no alternative. I'm just going to have to break down the door. Stand back, I'm a doctor.
Stand back, I'm a woman.
Is anybody shot?
I'm okay.
Oh, thank God. I didn't think I could take any more shocks after all this night.
Stand back, I will help you.
Why are you shooting at us?
To unlock the door.
But you could have killed us.
I said stand back.
Let's add finding the key to the lounge to our list of priorities.
Can somebody please help me up?
No. So needy.
It's always you.
Jeez.
Say, Frenchie, where did you get that gun anyway?
The broom closet. The door is unlocked.
Unlocked? Impossible. I have the key. It's right. I don't have it. It's gone.
Gone?
Not to beat a dead horse, but again, I feel like having all the keys is really
I thought you said you were going to throw away the key to the broom closet, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. We got distracted by the murderers at the door, and I forgot. One of you must have stolen it from my pocket when we were searching the house.
So whoever has the keys is the killer.
Precisely.
Speaking of the killer, there's a dead body in the lounge, you know.
Again?
The motorist is dead.
Which one of you killed him?
We found him together.
He was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked.
We went through a secret passageway we found in the conservatory.
A secret passage? Who designed this house?
The Parker brothers.
Maybe they'll go away. Nope.
I'm gonna open the door. It's the polite thing to do.
No.
Well, don't worry. It's not the police.
It's the police.
Good evening, officer. We've been expecting you.
You have.
We haven't.
I was just passing through, and I found an abandoned car near the gates of this house. Did a motorist happen to stop by for help?
No. Yes.
There seems to be some disagreement. At any rate, may I come in and use the phone?
No!
Of course you may, sir. There's a phone that you can use in the lounge.
Out of order.
Oh, right, my bad. There's a phone that you, sir, can use in the study.
It's occupied. If you please, sir, there's a phone you may use in the library.
You're all acting rather peculiar.
Oh, it's because our chandelier fell down. It would have killed us. But don't worry, I'll have the maid clean it up.
That's all well and good, but what's going on in the lounge and the study?
Oh, you know, lounging, studying. This way, please.
Let me have a look.
Oh, no, thank you.
What?
What? This way, please.
Actually, I'd like to have a look around if you don't mind.
Of course, officer. I'll take you on the grand tour of Body Manor.
Congratulations.
This manor was built by Lord Reginald Body in 1785. Lord Reginald Body was gifted
We've got to make
by
them
his body
see a lot.
We've sailed down the river every time. Every day after day, just sailing down the river. Canoe.
What? Where'd everybody go?
Who? Notice the brass doorknobs crafted specifically for Lord
I don't
Body.
care about your doorknobs, mister. What are you hiding around here? What's going on in those 2 rooms?
Which 2 rooms?
The lounge and the study.
Oh, those 2 rooms. Officer, I don't think you should go in there.
Why not?
Because it's all too shocking.
Hello, officer. Welcome to the party.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
Pardon me.
Good night, officer.
Good night. All right. That wasn't all that shocking, mister. Those folks just seem to be having a good time. Why didn't you tell me this was a party?
My apologies, sir. Oh, not that one there. That's actually occupied. If you could please. Oh, no.
Good evening, officer. How do you do?
Are these men drunk?
Dead drunk.
Want a sip?
Oh, no. I can't drink on the job. Chief would kill me.
Killed if you do. Killed if you don't.
What?
Have a lovely evening, officer.
Same to you. Well?
Oh, officer, I can explain everything.
No explanation necessary. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
There's not?
Of course not. This is America. May I use your phone now?
Certainly. Right this way.
Thank you.
Of course. The library officer. You may come out now. Well done, all of you.
Wow, great job,
Impressive,
guys.
huh?
You did amazing. Wow.
Now, let's finish it in searching the manor. The police are on their way.
But the police already came.
Not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police.
We must find the evidence, and we can't afford to have any more murders. This is getting dangerous. Now go.
Hello? Yes, this is... Hello? Can you hear me? Is this phone working?
Hello? Hello? Who turned out the lights?
It's me.
Oh, it's only you? I thought you were the killer.
Hello? Did somebody cut the lines? Hello?
You thought right.
Oh, good. You can hear me. You see, I found an abandoned car, and I wound up in that old mansion where all the lights just went out. I'm telling you, Chief, there's something weird going on around here. Yeah, they're having some sort of party, and you'll never believe who I just saw.
Can't see.
Oh no,
Not to
I
worry,
can't
not to
see
worry.
anything.
What good are the lights? We're
Right.
still in the dark anyway, and we're no closer to solving the murders or at least the evidence against us!
Do you hear that?
Sounds like a telephone is off the hook.
It sounds like it's coming from the library.
That's where the killer must be.
Guard me. I'm going in.
Yes, let's go.
Great
Where
idea.
the killer is.
What are you afraid of?
A fate worse than death.
No, just death.
Come on.
Right. Ah!
Good luck, Waterman.
Go fast.
Mr. Copper, you're right. Do you need assistance? A phone book, perhaps?
Hey, the butler asked you a question, Copper. Hang up the phone already or I will.
We should be safe in here.
I'm gonna open the drapes and see if we can escape out the window.
That's a good idea.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I am your singing telegram.
Right. 3 murders in 3 minutes.
That's our best record.
3 murders.
6. All together.
This is getting serious.
The cook, Mr. Body, Yvette, the motorist, the cop, and the singing telegram girl.
But who is the murderer?
Ain't that the million-dollar question?
I think our best course of action is to retrace our steps. Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. Let's start at the very beginning, shall we? At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, and the dogs barked. Colonel Mustard. Mrs. White. You noticed? Yvette, tee. Miss Peacock. You noticed? The cook.
So, Mr. Green.
Sit! Not you, sir. Professor Plum. Miss Scarlet. Dinner is served. That was more like cocktail minute. To the dining room. Shark's fin soup. My favorite. Then Mr. Body arrived. I've an idea. Then we went to the study. When Mr. Body passed out our gifts. Here. Righto, here. Ah! A snake! No, a rope. Then Mr. Body switched off the lights.
Oh no. Where am I?
Mr. Body was dead, but not really. Really, he was alive. Then Miss Peacock drank his drink. Poison!
Well, someone had to stop her from screaming.
That's when we heard, to the billiard room. I am an old woman. Then Miss Peacock asked, who else is in this house? To which we all replied, the cook! Around the rosy, pockets full of Can somebody help me up? I suggested we bring the cook's body to the study. But Mr. Body's body was gone. Then Miss Peacock entered with Body on her body because Body had been bludgeoned in his beam. So we decided to destroy the evidence in the briefcase. Empty. So we locked away the murder weapons. Yeah, back to me, of course. All right. And that's when the motorist arrived. Hello, sir. And I locked him in the lounge. Right here. And that's when the unexpected cop showed up. Hello. You are all acting rather peculiar. And I locked him in the library. Oh, no. And then your vet got strangled in the billiard room. That brings us to... I am your singing telephone. And here we all are. Bravo, bravo!
Impressive, Wadsworth.
But what does it prove?
Nothing. Well...
I know who the murderer is.
You do?
I do.
Very well then, Miss Scarlet, we're listening. Who do you accuse?
It was Professor Plum in the hall with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor, and I found that stupid tobacco pipe when I was searching the hall. Where'd you drop it, huh? Well, you were scoping at the next vantage point to kill your next victim? I bet that poor singing telegram girl was an old patient of yours, right?
I never saw that girl before in my life. It wasn't me.
Well, the gun is missing. Gentlemen, turn your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever's the gun is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
You won't be able to prove anything if you're all dead.
And if we're alive... Officers, there's your man.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm Hank Cuffs, Chief of Police. And Professor Plum, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
All right, Professor, we're listening. Who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounged.
I found your Medal of Honor in the lounge where the motorist was killed by a wrench to the head. And that wrench belongs to you.
That's a lie. The wrench is missing. Gentlemen, turning your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever wrenches the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Not a kernel of truth in him.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm guilty verdict, Chief of Police. And Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this. Very well, Colonel. Who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. White with the rope in the billiard room.
I'd rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room. And I saw how you cringed tonight when Yvette served you soup.
Yes, it's true. I knew Yvette. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving, breaths, flames.
Gentlemen, turn your pockets. Ladies.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'll mark 'em words, Chief of Police, Mrs. White. Flames! It happened like this.
Very well then, Miss White. Who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I found your feather by the corpse.
Well done, Wadsworth. Hey, that's what I said. Yes, well, I'm saying it now.
Barry D. Hatchet,
Chief of Police.
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
It was Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick.
Maximum, Chief of Police, Miss Scarlet. You can't do this to me!
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn. Valiant effort, all of you. But the truth is, the murder is, all of you, freeze! You're all killers!
There's just one thing I don't understand, Mr. Wadsworth.
What?
One thing.
I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body!
No, two things.
But Body bled all over me.
But you see, that wasn't Body.
But if it wasn't Body, then who was he?
My butler, Wadsworth!
But if you're the real Mr. Body, then what's the purpose in dragging this all out?
I decided to let you all self-implode. Kill off my network of spies and informers, which you all did splendidly, by the way, leaving your fingerprints on every single murder weapon in this house. Now I have each of you on the hook for murder.
Murder?
Bribery for petty crimes is one thing, but murder, now that can get expensive.
But why this whole charade?
The searching of the house, the madness of retracing our steps.
It's all part of the game!
What
game?
Yes, well, you see, I'm relaxed now. Now that you've killed everyone off, I've got off scot-free!
But you'll never get away with this. The police will be here any moment.
What?
Nobody's called them, have they?
They were never on their way.
You're good. Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar, lock the door, leave Body Manor one at a time, and forget about any of this and how it ever happened.
But I can't forget all this.
With murder on the menu, the price of blackmail just tripled.
Forgotten.
Right. Now go!
Wait a minute. He's got no more bullets left in that gun. We can all rush him.
You don't think I'm gonna fall for that old trick, do you?
It's not a trick. There was one shot at Mr. Body in the study, 2 for the chandelier, 2 for the lounge door, and 1 for the singing telegram girl.
That's not 6.
Yes, it is. 1 + 2 + 2 + 1.
Nuh-uh, there was only one shot at the chandelier, so that's 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Even if you were right, it would still be 1 + 2 + 1 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 1 + 2.
Oh, but shut up! Point is, there's one bullet left in this gun, and the next person to move is gonna get it.
So that's it? You're gonna keep blackmailing us, and we're all supposed to pretend that none of this ever happened?
Why not?
I'll tell you why not.
What?
Larry Goodman, FBI. The jig's up.
You're FBI?
That's right. Apparently, I'm a dead ringer for Green, who got a letter, just like each of you. But he came to the Bureau to ask for help. I was sent here tonight to stage a sting operation.
Well, some sting. 6 people died on your watch.
I usually work desk. My beat's property crime. You know, theft, fraud. That's why it was so easy for me to have loot the briefcase.
You stole the evidence.
That's right. It's all here. Miss Scarlet's books, including a list of customers and employees, justifying why she killed the cop, who's listed right here on her payroll.
Give me that!
Miss Scarlet killed the cop in the library with the candlestick. Ooh, and a love letter addressed to one Professor Plum.
That's private property.
Seems that singing telegram girl was the daughter of the head of the you-know-who. Who would have come clean to daddy? Who would have cleaned out Professor Plum? So you killed her.
Now see here.
Professor Plum killed the singing telegram girl in the hall with the revolver. And my oh my, these negatives, Colonel. Seems like you were quite the repeat customer of Miss Scarlett's dating service. Bet you couldn't be a colonel anymore if that motorist had come clean to your major general about how he plays chauffeur for your Tuesday night dates.
I just wanted somebody to talk to.
I know. Yeah. Colonel Mustard killed the motorist in the lounge with the wrench. Shark's fin soup indeed, Mrs. Peacock. Too bad your old cook couldn't keep quiet. Maybe if she hadn't blabbed her mouth, you wouldn't have killed her. Now we know what really took you so long.
Circumstantial evidence will never hold up in a court of law.
But this notarized record from the cook will. Mrs. Peacock killed the cook in the kitchen with the knife. And Mrs. White, you really did hate Yvette, didn't you?
Flames. Flames on the side of my face.
All right, we get it. Here are fingerprints, collected at the scenes of your previous murders.
I never murdered my husband.
Fingerprints I'm sure the FBI will be able to match to those on the noose tied around Yvette's neck.
I wore gloves.
You mean these?
Damn!
Mrs. White killed the maid in the billiard room with the rope. And last but not least, Mr. Bobby Body. It's Robert! Now you didn't hate Yvette at all, did you, Mr. Body? What's it to you? I want to add illicit green card love affair to this FBI file I hold in my hand. An FBI file on the entire Body family. Your butler, the real Wadsworth, had been feeding us information for months. I see why you killed him. Twice. Your shot missed him in the study, but he wisely played dead until you caught him trying to escape and bashed him in the head with the lead pipe I dropped on my way to the kitchen.
Rookie move.
Shut up! The Body family has been wanted for organized crime for generations, but they've always managed to elude the law. Until tonight. Tonight, the Body family business has reached a dead end.
You leave my family out of this!
Miss.
I'm hit. Good shot, Mr. Green. Yeah. I'm slain. I'm dust. I'm food for worms. I'm melting. Not dead. Close. Almost there. I'm gone.
Yes. He's dead.
Not now.
Oh, I tell you, this was the most exciting night I've had in a long time. And now, you're all under arrest. Officers! Here are the criminals you've been looking for, and all the evidence against them. Oh, and there are also some tapes in the billiard room you might find useful as well.
The tapes!
All right, who done it?
She did! They all did it. But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, it was me, Special Agent Larry Goodman, in the hall, with the revolver.
Well done, Goodman. That's what she said.
All right, officers, take him away. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.